Hey guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a plan with me to share with you all after a very long hiatus of I think about like a month. I don't actually think it was a month, maybe like 3 weeks of not doing plan with me's. I had like a planner midlife crisis, although it's not going to look like anything has changed really, but more so about how I post on Instagram and things like that and finding time to do plan with me's because I did start dental hygiene classes, and to say they're overwhelming would be a freaking understatement. But yeah, also got into a bit of a personal funk, but as this is a planner channel, let's keep it planner related. When do I ever keep anything planner related? Like, come on. Like, we're going to get into the week and all the planner related stuff goes out the window. When was the last time I mentioned a sticker that I placed down? Who knows? But yeah, for this week, I am using Herbology 101 from ScribblePrintsCo. I wanted to stick to using back to school kits during the month of September, and I only ended up using two because of Broadway week. For the past 2 weeks. I think it started on the 3rd and it ended on the 15th or 16th. I'm not exactly, no, on the 15th. It ended on the 15th, and I managed to get really cheap tickets for shows on both weekends. So the week before this one that I'm planning right now, I went to go see Tootsie with my whole family. So my mom, my dad, and my sister. The tickets were buy one, get one free. And honestly, it doesn't seem like anyone's going to see Tootsie. So those tickets were really cheap. And then I saw Cursed Child was a part of the buy one, get one. Although when I went to go check for the buy one, get one, they didn't really have it. But I did stumble upon tickets that were either $40 or $60 a part. I think it was $40 a part, but then it was like fees and everything. So it came out to $280 for two people for both parts of Cursed Child, and I got to go see it with my sister. I've seen it 3 times, but this was the first time I was going to get to see it and share the magic with someone else there instead of, turning to strangers, which, is also fun, but it's kind of more fun to turn to someone and talk about the magic with someone that you know. Also, fun fact, I asked my sister if she wanted to go see Cursed Child, and she's like, I'd only see it if it was like $100, like all together for both parts. And I'm like, okay. So I just lied and told her it was $100 when it was really like $280, because I'm like, come see it, friend, come see the magic. Because like I would have jumped on like $60 tickets, but then I'm like, I don't want to go alone again. And I got to take pictures this time. Like I have like a picture of me in front of the sign, which is great because I didn't get that by myself. But yes, so that is why I'm using Herbology 101 this week. I used New York Fashion Week the week before. I think my point was that I wanted to use back to school kits, and I've only used two, this one and another back to school kit from ScribblePrintsCo, because I didn't think I was going to do Broadway week, but then that happened. And then New York Fashion Week kit looked more like Tootsie. Okay, I'm really going off on a tangent here. But yeah, I paired this kit with the rose gold foil from ScribblePrintsCo, which is a really, really pretty pink that I thought matched this kit perfectly. And I used the star overlay foils, full box overlays on the full boxes, and then the bow overlay washi with some star, like the twinkle. I don't know what this one is called. Sorry, Andrea. I think I called it something like really weird, and I mentioned it before by twinkle. Is it twinkle? I don't know. But like the twinkly one. I don't know the official name of it. On the bottom washi bit. Yes, because it all looked very magical. So anyway, moving on to the sidebar, I have the full box with the girl, the Hogwarts student with the blonde hair holding up the wand to cover up the thankful thought. Then I put down 2 habit trackers and a vitamins sticker that is a custom foil that Andrea very kindly gifted to me for one of the habits. And then I put down a mini ombre heart checklist after the second habit to mark a more detailed nighttime routine. Then I went ahead and put down a squared off half box, and I didn't really know what to mark for this week other than like, don't lose your shit. But I marked that kind of that way last week. I wrote, don't get overwhelmed. So I was like, I don't really know what to put. Like everything is just a lot happening this week. So I just decided to plug in this little wonton in a million sticker of her Harry Potter wontons. And I did the one with Harry getting his letter, because it matched the kit. And then I was going to see Cursed Child, but like when you go to see Cursed Child, you mark it like a million times in one day. So I didn't want to also mark it in my sidebar. And then after that, I put down a thick piece of washi and a to-do header over top with a large ombre heart checklist at the bottom of that, and then I went ahead and filled everything out rather quickly, and I'm about to finish. But all the pens, tools, and stickers that I use will be listed down below, but if you have a question about a specific sticker, be sure and ask in the comments. I will get back to you. I know I missed out on a lot of comments during my hiatus, but ask me in this video and I will be sure to get back to it. So yeah, now we're going to move on to day by day. Okay, so on Monday, the first thing I wanted to mark was how exhausted I was. This was my third week of school. Please let it be my third. It was my third week of school and it was my first Monday, so waking up after the weekend proved to be very rough, as it did today on this Monday that I'm filming it. Every day I come back from school, I am just so tired. And I've never felt like this. Like 9 a.m. has never felt like 4 a.m. to me, and it does now. So I wrote down I was really exhausted, and then after that I marked that I played Hogwarts Mystery because I play it a lot on my commute to school whenever I have service. And then after that I came home and my brain doesn't function very well, so I do need to decompress from clinics that I have and just seminars in general where I'm absorbing way too much information, actually. So I watched The Crown because I was catching up. Well, I was like rewatching it because the new season is coming out in November, and I'm very excited for it because they do have a whole new cast. And while I love Matt Smith, and Claire Foy so much, I'm like excited to see older Queen Elizabeth II. So yeah, I ended up actually taking a quick nap, and wouldn't you believe it, I took this nap on purpose. I was exhausted. There was some reading I definitely had to do, but I'm like, none of it's gonna get done, none of it will get retained, and I remembered that I also had to go to my mom's friend's mom's birthday party. I call her grandma in Russian, babuля. But it was her birthday and I wasn't going to be rude and miss it. So I ended up waking up from my nap, getting ready, and heading over to their house to celebrate her birthday. There was a lot of food, made me more tired. There was cake. It was great. So much cake. Then I marked that I had late night coffee because I was exhausted. So exhausted. And I will keep mentioning it because that is the theme of every single week of how tired I am. I had some late night coffee, which just put me to sleep when I got home. But I did edit some of my photos for Instagram. I'm switching things up in case you don't follow me on Instagram. Now would be the time to do it, but also like no pressure. I'm switching up the way I do my Instagram pictures, trying to be a bit more creative with them because I did get into the rhythm of a pattern, which my brain liked to look at on my feed. But like realistically, unless you have like once you've followed me and I appear on your feed, you don't really notice the pattern and the theme, so there's really no point to it, and it was just giving me a headache. I'm lying. It just bored me to tears, so I wanted to switch things up as best as I could. But yeah, so that was Monday, and then moving on to Tuesday, my professor canceled my morning class, so I marked that down just in case. I don't trust any of my professors, as bad as that sounds. They talk to me like I am a child, and I really don't appreciate that. I'm not the most mature person, but I am still 26 years old, and I do not like being talked to like I am 12. And especially in the morning, I do have a cup of coffee on the way to school, but just like I am not generally a morning person. I am an afternoon person, but by then all my classes are over. So my professors kind of get the over hyper caffeinated but sassy Jessica, which I think works for me because in other situations I wouldn't stand up for myself, but I'm about to get into a health profession where I have to help people. I have to help people. I have to help people, and I would like to know what I'm doing. I really deeply dislike when I don't know what I'm doing, and the people who are supposed to give me the tools to understand it all are not. Sorry, I'm complaining about school. There's going to be a lot of complaining and a lot of playing with me's. Yeah. So I got to sleep in, which was nice, but kind of threw me off my schedule. But after being so tired on Monday, there it is, tired, um, it was nice just to get to sleep until like 9 in the morning. Then after that, I wrote, I'm enraged, which I guess is a good thing. I don't remember why I was so angry, but it definitely had to do with being spoken to like a child. So I was enraged. I was really annoyed. I get hangry because I can't eat in the morning, but I try to eat a muffin. I end up eating like 3/4 of the muffin on the way to school, and then I don't eat till I get home. So like around 5 o'clock in the morning to maybe like 2, I don't eat anything besides a muffin and have caffeine, which is not great, but like I can't stomach anything at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I marked that. Then I had a quiz in my second class of the day, which was not canceled. Kind of wish my professor canceled class on a day where I only had one class because I didn't have to waste time commuting. But here we are. So yeah, I did have a quiz. I got 100. I was so excited. I think I was like, was I enraged before I got to school or after? Because like I said, I'm in a class with all adults, and some of them just ask really dumb questions. I'm here for asking questions. I Google stuff all the time and always ask questions like to my smarter friends. I'm like, explain this to me. Why? Who? What? When? Where? But when a quiz says, what is the name of this tissue? Don't ask, do you want us to name the tissue? Because that's literally the question. And stuff like that is really irritating. I don't know why. For me, it's like that. I'm a very like, let's get it over with kind of test taker. So when people prolong it with questions that are basically the question being asked, it's just really frustrating. Sorry to sound really negative in this video. I just realized like this is probably not the best comeback, but I think I'm just like venting about school. I vent to everybody about school, so it's not like I didn't have an outlet for this, but now I'm venting to you guys so you can be a part of my process, and hopefully it gets better from here. I don't think it will. Honestly, like I don't think it will. I'm just being bombarded with like a ton of work, and I'm here to do the work, but I would also like, like if I'm paying the professors, if I'm paying tuition to go to school, I would like to be helped, essentially. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about this. So yeah, so I took my quiz, and then on my way home, I grabbed another cup of coffee, as one does after getting a little more sleep. She is more tired. And then I got home and needed to, I actually photocopied workbook pages for me and a classmate and then returned the book. I know. It's like, what is it? Not handy. What is the word for it? I don't know. But like, it's just like, we didn't really need the workbook, and I'm already paying for so much stuff that, wow, more complaining, Jessica. Tally it up. How many times has she complained? But I will say, I was very upset that I make photocopies in this quarter box because I also put it in my to-do section, and I was like, why did I? It was right there to do. Like I should have just left it and could have added other stuff in. But anyway, it did take me a bit to make a copy of all the homework, but it was fine. It was worth it, and I got $40 back for returning the textbook. Surprisingly, it wasn't bent in any weird way because I did have to fold the book back. It was a workbook to photocopy the pages, but it wasn't bent. Like you couldn't even tell I photocopied it, or maybe I just thought that. So then after that, I worked on one of the homeworks that was going to be due next week. And then I started filming this Plan With Me because I decided that I would make time to film Plan With Me's again, because most of the time they are very fun for me to do, and I needed to find a way to fit them in, or else I was just not going to come back to doing this at all. So yeah, moving on to Wednesday, I had my class, and then on my way home, I stopped by the UPS store to drop off my workbook to send it back to Amazon. Shout out to Amazon for having the most stellar return policy. And then I needed to bust out and study for my other dental class, which was, shoot, I don't even know what classes I'm in when I'm in them, but I needed to study it because we were having our first quiz in that class. We hadn't had that class for like 2 weeks, and it was a lot of stuff about numbering of teeth and the different parts of your oral anatomy and things like that. So I needed a refresher because I hadn't had that class for 2 weeks. I also got 100 on that quiz, throwing some positivity into this video. Then I came home and took a bubble bath, which I am really looking forward to doing as soon as I'm done doing this voiceover, because I just want to lay in a bath of water. My thighs really hurt, and I think it's from the amount of times I had to stand up and sit back down from people going in and out of the row when I went to go see Cursed Child. Like, it hurts so bad. Like, I did like 30 squats, maybe 50. And so yeah, after that, my bubble bath, and during my bubble bath, I watched more of The Crown, and then I had tea time with my family, which we've been doing a lot of because we have all this British tea that we are getting through, and of course, I have my cookies, so I'm eating those like a crazy person. Then after that, I took some time to do a little face mask. I stole my sister's mask of Magnum-Minty from Lush. It's the best for like acne-prone skin. My face had been breaking out a lot from stress, and then also I haven't been really good at washing my face recently. So I just, slap a face mask on it like it's a Band-Aid and gonna make everything go away. And then the last thing I marked for a Wednesday was that I started my 21st, jeez, is that correct? 21st. Did I not start one? Yeah, my 21st tray of Invisalign. I have 7 more to go after that one, but I did hear my orthodontist say to the dental assistant that I'm on 28 plus, and I know Andrea and my friend Kelly have told me that you get like refinements, but like I was really hoping I wouldn't. I probably will because she's like ordered me a scan. Yay! I just really want these to be gone, especially because it's like a pain in the butt to take it off in clinic to have my partner work in my mouth. Also, yeah, I've been in like people's mouths already and I made my partner bleed, but not as much as she made me bleed. Like, I don't trust anybody. I'm like, get out of my mouth. It's actually really fun. Half the time I'm like giving instructions to my partner so she doesn't hurt me, but like she has her fingers in my mouth. So it's just like a whole really funny process. Like when you look back at it, it's funny. In the moment, you're just like, what are you doing? So yes, moving on to a Thursday. I have my planner laid out flat, but I can't see the last half of the weeks anymore because it is so thin. And the first half, like whatever's in the front of the year, like all the weeks that have gone by, it's thick. A thick planner. So I had a quiz, the first one for this class, on a Thursday, and then I got home and did the homework that was assigned for this class. They said it was going to be due next week just because I knew I needed to study for a lot of tests, and on a Thursday it's basically my Friday and I know I don't do a lot of work, so I was like, let me try to bust out as much of this homework as I can so that way I don't have to worry about like doing any assignments and I can just worry about studying and reading textbooks and things like that. So I worked on the homework and I actually got it done. I was gonna like do as much as I could, and as much as I could was doing all of it basically, but I do have to upload it, which I forgot to do. Then I FaceTimed Kelly pretty much on and off all day, and then I got the SPC advent calendar in the mail, which I tore into as soon as I got it. Like, Advent who? I mean, I celebrate Hanukkah, so we don't really do Advent calendars. So I feel like I'm forgiven for not knowing the proper protocol for Advent calendars. But oh my God, it's so good. And I almost spoiled what was inside of it. But I'm not going to do that because I know some of you probably have it and are waiting to open it. But it's so good. So I got the Advent in the mail, and then I caught up on some Big Brother episodes that I had missed throughout the week. And then I read some of the book 10 After Closing, which I am having trouble reading through. It's just like not as interesting to me as I was led to believe it would be, I guess. It's just like moving at a slow pace. And then also I'm discovering that I really don't like when stories jump back and forth in time. I don't mind stories within stories, like if you go like jump from character to character, as long as he keeps going chronologically. But this book jumps in time backwards and forwards, so and between characters, so it like really confuses me, and I think it doesn't hold my attention as well. But I'm halfway through it. I was like maybe only 25 pages through it on this Thursday, but I probably got to page like 100. I'm talking about this week as if it wasn't just like a couple of days ago. But yeah, and then I played some more Hogwarts Mystery, as one does when they start falling asleep or reading a book. So on a Friday, it was a Friday the 13th, and I thought I would mark that with a spoopy little pumpkin paper coat, a sticker, and then I had to tackle a giant to-do list of like small, just personal chores and things like that I needed to do before I started studying. I binge watched some YouTube videos that were in my watch later, and then I got an Amazon delivery, which was like this power putty thing that you have to squeeze on like a daily basis, which technically I should be squeezing right now to like get hand strength. And I had bought one originally before classes started, but the one I bought was like, you're supposed to get like medium soft, and I got a medium, so it was a lot harder for me to squeeze my putty. And then like right afterwards, like, because you're supposed to do it in the like whenever you have downtime basically, and especially in seminar classes when you're not in a clinic, they recommend like you sit there and listen, but like squeezing your power putty. And mine was so hard to squeeze that whenever I went to go take notes, my whole hand would shake, which is not great. And then I saw everyone else just had like not ease with squeezing their power putty, just like it was a lot easier for them to do it, and then they could take notes. And I'm like, am I just crazy, or is theirs like softer? And then I like grabbed my friend's power putty, which sounds really weird, and hers was better. So I was like, I have to order this other one, otherwise I'm never gonna power putty. So yeah, my Amazon was delivered. It was the right power putty. And then I watched the movie yesterday, which, I don't know, it was okay. It was that movie where the guy wakes up and he's the only one who remembers the Beatles and the Beatles music, and then everyone's like, "Oh my God, the Beatles!" Like he's passing off the Beatles music as his own. It was cute. Just won't watch it again. But it was cute. I wanted to hear more Beatles songs, but they only kept playing snippets of them. So then I studied basically on and off all day. My ADD is in full swing, and it's really hard for me to pay attention. So I need to figure that out, because I need to be like 15 chapters deep by now, and I'm only 3 for this one class, which is not great. Then after that, I got Once More with Love Happy Mail, and it was great. It was a lot of stickers. I put some on my sister's phone because they were so cute. And then I just painted in my bujo because, my bullet journal. Did I mention my bullet? Oh yeah, I definitely mentioned my bullet journal. I think I talked about it like for all of the last plan with me. But yeah, there was a die cut of Sally and Jack from The Nightmare Before Christmas that I thought was really cute. So in like a way to decompress and not be like completely hard on myself that I had so much trouble like reading and staying focused, I painted a little scene from The Nightmare Before Christmas. It was basically just I painted a giant sun and then the sky dark blue black. All of my watercolors hardened in the tubes, and I stupidly cleaned my watercolor palette, which like had perfectly good amount sized chunks of paint in them, and for some reason I just poured them down the drain like a dum-dum without realizing that my tubes of watercolor paint had dried up because they are 10 years old. They're from my high school days. So now a watercolor palette is on my wish list for the holidays. But yeah, I only had like yellow, orange, and a navy blue. And so that's what I worked with. And I didn't really have anything else. And I painted that in my bujo. And then I put little foil stars everywhere because it looked blank without it. It's cute. It's mediocre, but she is cute. Wow, it is taking me a while to put down Friday. So let me just move on. On a Saturday, I got to sleep in some more, and then I spent the day with my dad. Usually I spend Sundays with him, but because I was going to see Cursed Child on Sunday, we decided to do something on Saturday. We went to TopGolf, and we waited 2 hours for a bay, which was bananas. They quoted us an hour and 15 minutes, which was already like really long, but there's a mall right next to it, so we didn't mind waiting at the mall. So we drove over there. My dad was like buying stuff at Macy's. Actually, he didn't buy anything, but he was like browsing for jackets and things like that. And then I saw that there was a Lush, so I popped in there and bought a body lotion to use as a hand cream. I love Lush, but their hand creams, like their designated hand creams, don't smell very good. They're probably better for you, but I did ask the sales associate if I could use the body lotion as like sort of a hand cream, and she said yes. So I bought the Sleepy hand lotion because my cuticles hurt again. Like as soon as my gels and my acrylics came off, my cuticles hurt. They peel, they're drying, especially because I'm washing my hands like 8,000 times a day now. Not even washing my hands, I'm just using antibacterial, so basically hand sanitizer, because my cubicle and clinical does not have running water, which, again, my professors refuse to fix. Like, it's not a really big problem. Oh, gosh. Okay, so then I went to Lush, like I said, and then finally, after 2 hours, they underquoted us, apparently. It was kind of annoying. We ended up playing TopGolf for like a couple of hours. I got a text message. So I actually left this box blank because I was going to go look for the perfect sticker, but then Marg from Once More with Love released golf munchkins, and I was like, I will, you know what, yes, it is perfect. I have no other sticker perfect, so I will leave it blank and wait for those munchkins to come in because they will be absolutely fantastic. So the little blank spot will have to do. Also, I gotta say, I really love these square boxes a lot more than I thought I would. They just really like jazz things up. Like, they make it look different, and I really like the look of it. So it doesn't keep everything just like going straight down. Even though I do love the look of it, it's nice to break things up once in a while. So yeah, after Topgolf, I sorted my dad into a Hogwarts house, as one does, because I actually hadn't. I wasn't sure how the questions would translate because my dad speaks English and he speaks fine English, but I wasn't like sure if he would understand the Hogwarts magical themed questions, but he did just fine. I completely underestimated him. He's a Hufflepuff too. So my whole family's a bunch of Hufflepuffs, except my sister who's a Slytherin. But like, I was expecting maybe Ravenclaw for my dad because of course he works for the KGB, which is not true, but is a running joke with my friends. But he's a Hufflepuff. Love that. Then I came home and filmed more of this plan with me, and then I also put down the base. No, I'm lying. Yeah, I filmed some more of this plan with me, and I edited some. Did I edit? What did I do? Insta photos. How is that different from editing photos? I don't know. Maybe. Nope, I have no idea. But Insta photos, I'm pretty sure I just edited more pictures. And then I binge watched YouTube videos into the wee night. Then moving on to Sunday, this is the day I went to go see Cursed Child. And of course, it takes up your whole day because the shows are from 2 to 10 o'clock with intermissions between on both shows. And then you get like a 2.5 hour break between both shows, yes. But the first thing I did in the morning was film the plan with me for next week. So I put down the base of the kit and all that jazz. Then when we got into the city or into Times Square, we went to Starbucks to get a beverage, and then we went on our way to Harry Potter and the Cursed Child Part 1, and we took some pictures in front of the signs, like the big old signs, and they're rebranded now too. There was new playbills, which is really exciting because I don't have 6 of the same playbill. I have, well, technically the playbills are all, there's like slight differences to the playbills between the shows, but I like they're basically the same thing. But they did give new playbills. I didn't notice the difference on the new ones until later, but I won't spoil it unless in case you don't know. But yeah, so we saw the first part, and then after that we went to Europa Cafe to have some dinner. We just had some salads, and then we walked around Times Square for a little bit. And they opened the doors at 6:30 for the next part of the show. So we went in and got there early, and I did some shopping. I wanted to get the new tie for like, just like, you know, the Cursed Child tie, because I don't have it. And for some reason I wanted it, and my sister kindly bought it for me. But I also got the Voldemort Day pin and a quill, which at first I thought they were literally just selling feathers, but it turns out it actually is a pen. So I was like, I want this. And then I got a t-shirt that I've been wanting for a while, and now it is my pajama shirt. It is my pajama shirt, and it is so comfy and soft, and I love it so much. And my sister bought all of that for me because, surprise, surprise, she found out that the tickets were not $100, and she felt bad because I am broke college student and have no business spending all of that money. But here we are. I'm here for magical experiences and sharing magic with people. I was so happy she came with me. She enjoyed it, not as enthusiastically as I did, but you know, and you can't really expect anyone to love anything as enthusiastically as I love some things, because I'm a bit much. So yeah, I beat wanted to say I beat myself, but that also sounds very weird, but I beat planner self. So ta-da! That took a minute. Here is the week in full. I'm absolutely in love with it. I've never thought of myself as loving Herbology, but after using this kit, I am a fan. I love all like the accents of the rose gold from ScribblePrintsCo. That pink is just so stinking cute, and I can't get enough of it. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this plan with me. Hopefully I will be back to more consistent ones in the near future, but with school, I don't think my schedule will be consistent, but I think posting every spread from here on out will be a thing once more. Hopefully. Everyone keep your fingers and your toes crossed. So yeah. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!